We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Hey, alert 3, alert, go. SOS. Tight dog.
This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Come on.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Check safety.
Third down. Here's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Heavy. Watch the backfield. He's checking. Crash. Safe.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Haskins will keep it on the sneak. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. And he'll take this into the end end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Dwayne Haskins, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
46 to Mike, 46. Hey, let's go. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. I got you, punk.
Snap comes in 1. Now Haskins. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Vincent Smith, 59 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get ready. Get ready.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this one complete on the slant route. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Middle. 36. Check it backer.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Ready. 20.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Grant, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Single slot. 21.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal that's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Got 4 down. 40 got. Like 7.
So they will go for it. Stafford. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On 1st down, this is Geis. Oh, what a juke into space. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's where you fly.
You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
From the 38, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw, Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. On 1st down, Stafford here. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ryan Anderson in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Well, Stafford Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
That's good for a Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Flushed out right. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to sling this deep down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford completes it to Corey Grant. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Throwing is Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford, that's complete to his running back, Grant. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Prater for the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Mike 46.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Looking here for Smith downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout. By the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Stafford now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Stafford now to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there and a 1st down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once
accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Corey Grant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Now a quick pass to Richardson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now Haskins. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. To throw is Stafford. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Montez Sweat. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. He'll take it at the 42. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. This is Geis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On the move to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. I got one. 46 to Mike. 46. Hey. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike 46.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. He got 29 yards that time.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Here's Haskins to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at FedEx Field, it's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Haskins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Second and 10, Stafford again. It's caught by Davis. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18.
Hey, Delta.
Now Stafford.
You ain't going nowhere.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a third and long situation. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. That's taken on the 25. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Mike
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Trying to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tracy Walker. And an alley to run. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They will run with Grant. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. This one caught by Davis. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Completes it to Davis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
11. Hey, box truck. 41's the mic. I'm going to come back to you. 541. What do you got? Hey, easy. 41 mic, right here. 41 mic. Watch the curl.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. He was covered by Josh Norman.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Monday. Hey, 54.
Throwing again is Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more
and this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. at the Lions' 41-yard line.
Haskins going to try to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Here we go with Haskins, and he's going to go down again. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Washington, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the tradition.
Check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your fifth, man. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell us we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to guard. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue punts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damagers. They react and play it back on the camera. High boys just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Keep the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision be named. I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. I will not stop me. Tempo, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. I'll deal with the hands. Thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take all poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic.